Alright, hey guys, Pax, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. As the title states, it's going to be a Raikou EX deck showcase. We have the legendary dog right here, quite possibly the least popular legendary dog from the trio. But nevertheless, he is right here. He is looking ready. Do not underestimate this guy. This guy has a lot of potential. I remember my first time playing Pokemon, playing Heart Gold Soul Silver, and just like absolutely destroying this Pokemon in a wild encounter, not knowing that he was a legendary. But yeah, he is a legendary, disclaimer. But yeah, this is the card right here, Raikou EX. Basic, of course, HP 130. Just like the other Dog Trio EXs, has the ability Legendary Pulse. At the end of your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, draw a card. One attack Voltaic Bullet. 60 base damage. This attack also does 10 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Not as much, but some decent chip damage. Requires 2 energy and has a retreat value of 2. So yeah, this is the card. A lot frailer than his other counterparts, of course, since he is lightning. And this is the deck right here. Yep. We're pairing this guy with Magnezone. Magnezone is still an amazing evolution line. 1 Oricorio just to counter EXs, and 2 Cyruses just to maximize Raikou's attack ability. If you guys are new to my channel, consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss out on Pokemon Pocket content. And without further ado, let's get right into the deck showcase. Alright, here we are in our first battle, going second. We are going against a Suicune EX solo deck. And again, if you guys are in my deck showcases, how these deck showcases usually go, I'm going to do these 3 battles. First battle is a solo battle just to get the feel for our deck. Next to our PvP. So this is pretty good. So it's pretty good having Raikou out turn 1. We are going second as well. So we're at currently a good advantage since Suicune. This guy can attack in 3 turns, whereas in Raikou's case, he can attack in 2 turns. And also keep in mind, this is a very good pairing since we do have type advantage. Perfect. Our hand is pretty good. So for now, might as well displace Oricorio. Keep in mind, going against Suicune EX, you don't really want to get your backline that fed, like fully built. So I'm just going to hold off on putting this guy down for now. End our turn, maximizing his ability, Legendary Pulse, Magnezone, just like that. Just like that, next turn, evolve into Magneton. After that, Magnezone, and it's GG. Like, this is a very solid combo. Alright, so he filled up his backline. So Suicune is doing 100 damage. Also keep in mind, if you want to check how much damage this Pokemon will do, you can see right here, expected damage, 100. So next turn, he's doing 100. Pretty scary, but at the same time, looking at this, we're at a very good position because 1, this Raikou is fed, and 2, Magneton slowly getting fed, so theoretically, Magneton can attack next turn. So if you want next turn, we can definitely just sub out of Raikou and just lead with Magnezone. But for now, just doing this. 70 damage. Pretty good. Not one-shotting, but next turn, again, we can sub in Magnezone. At this point, target is Mantike. This is why baby Pokemon, they can definitely be a liability, especially in this meta. I feel like baby Pokemon, your opponent can get so much value if they can get him out. Interesting. Does pull a Melodic Healing Suicune. Not good. Also Rita, okay, yeah, only healing Suicune though, so Suicune's at full health, but this Mantike is still a liability. Alright, at this point we might as well commit, so yeah, so make sure use Magneton's ability. Honestly, we can just chill like this. I might as well get another Raikou EX out. Keep in mind, yeah, this Suicune is doing a lot of damage, but at the same time, looking at his bench, none of his other Pokemon really can do damage after this guy, after Suicune is taken out. So for now, I can very much PC Lady, but that doesn't really do much, of course. So we're just gonna do this. We're getting some pretty good value, as you can see. Damn, yeah, this guy just keeps on healing. That is very annoying. But at the same time, we are at a very good position. Because, yeah, Raikou, we also have Giant Cape, so we can very much just Giant Cape, making sure that he doesn't get that much value. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of playstyles for his deck. I can very much just leave with Magnezone. But I feel like in this scenario, I can get some pretty good value with Raikou, especially since I'm just targeting that Mantike. And he's not healing that Mantike. Alright, this is pretty good. So for now, we'll take Volt. Attack Mantike. I just have to kill the Suicune and I pretty much won. Alright, so he does sub in Melodic, but it doesn't matter because we do have Cyrus, of course. And to just be super extra flashy, I can just finish this off with Oricorio. Kind of showcasing how goated 1 Oricorio is, and 2 Elemental Switch, because now I can just Elemental Switch. Oricorio is fully built, and because of type advantage, GG. Look at that. Oricorio is still always going to be super meta relevant, in my opinion. I feel like you get so much value with this guy. And yeah, with that being said, we shall see how this deck performs in PvP. Alright, here we are in PvP going first. Alright, leading with Raikou. This is pretty unfortunate because keep in mind Raikou will be attacking. Actually, he could attack our second turn. But it is pretty hard to pull off because you need Elemental Switch, that's good. Magneton and Magnemite. So if I pull a Magnemite here, then we can just attack next turn, which is pretty good. So perfect, okay. Yeah, this is amazing. So let's play like this, end our turn. Hopefully he doesn't red card or Mars. All right, this is very interesting. I might as well lead it like this. Okay, so yeah, feeding Raikou. use this, use your shiny one, yeah. Evolving into Magneton, getting free passive energy, elemental switch, and just like that, he pulled a Celebi, which could hinder us, especially with these two. Yeah, the Magnezones, but with Raikou, yeah, unfazed. For now, all we could really do is, we could Mars, but we'll do it, not really getting much value. If anything, it could help him out. Attacking Durant, Celebi as well, this Celebi. And we're at a very good position. This is very good. That's the main downside with Raikou. His damage isn't that good. I mean, 60 damage is okay, I guess, but it could be a lot more. Also, that ability could do more damage. Just 10 damage is really nothing. For now, might as well put this guy down. I might hold off on evolving. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna hold off on evolving for now. So I'm just gonna get this Magnetons built. This is a very good hand. This is very nice. Attack. Durant's still gonna survive, but we are doing some chip damage to the Celebi. So currently, if he doesn't either Leaf Cape or Erika the Celebi, Magnezone can just one-shot. Durant attacking yet again. I might as well, sure, why not? Because he could Guzma. In my next turn, Celebi can attack. So if he gets 2 heads, this guy is dead. I primarily PC lated just in case he Guzmas, because if he Guzmas, then he only needs 1 head to basically one-shot this Raikou. But for now, might as well just, at this point, look at this, man. How can you counter this? Yeah, play your last pathetic card. I got freaking 2 blue eyes. I got Exodia on my team. Targeting Celebi yet again. Yeah, GG. He could have still won. There's a very slim chance where he could have won. But at the same time, yeah, it's pretty rough. Like, Raikou EX, I feel like this deck is very good with getting energy, especially with Magneton's passive ability. Essentially kind of acting a little bit very similar to a baby Pokemon. As you can see right there, that combo, granted, it is pretty hard to do. You need a lot of cards, but at the same time, if you can get it out, it's very satisfying to achieve. Alright, next battle going first yet again, leading with Oricorio. Again, for this deck, you ideally want to go second, because, yeah, although there is a combo to pull off your first turn, it is pretty hard to do, so second is very ideal. All right, what is this guy cooking? What are we cooking? That's a true question here, because okay, this is pretty rough. If he got a Magnemite, then we could have definitely done the combo, but RNG says no, so yeah, this Magtech will get a bit of value. All right, this is pretty good, because keep in mind, Rayquaza can't do any damage to Oricorio. Honestly, I was kind of tempted, but I could just not place any basic Pokemon. I could just basically just have Oricorio on my field and just lead with that. But yeah, looking at my hand, I mean, it looks pretty promising. Can definitely get Magnezone out sometime soon. He does red card though. He does red card, but I don't care. I'm gonna get something 10 times better. Watch. We got Pokeball, amazing. PC Lady, Cyrus. That is huge. I'm totally not trying to cope. Alright, uses Mantic's ability. Rayquaza is fully built, but at this point, I could very much Pokeball. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna Pokeball, but I'm not gonna put any bench Pokemon down, because Rayquaza, if you guys don't know, yeah, this guy does AoE damage, so he could attack my bench. Granted, it is RNG dependent, but he could attack my bench. But I want him to primarily attack Oricorio, since this Pokemon doesn't take any damage from EXs, so for now, just chill like this. Mantic is down, so now it's just up to Rayquaza. This might be a very easy, yet long battle. Alright, attacking. Nice. Oh, we got Booster Pack as well. Okay, Magnemite is dead. Screw it, man. I'm just gonna... This is a Oricorio deck showcase. Oricorio has hijacked this video, and now it's his time to shine. Yeah, this is great. Nice. He does Leaf. I'm assuming subbing into Mantic. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because we do have Cyrus. So unless that last card he has is a red card. Perfect. Okay, GG. Yep, Oricorio deck showcase. As you can see, this guy is a nightmare. Even against Suicune, what can he do against Suicune? You know what? Screw it. I'm giving him one more turn. I'm kind of cocky like that. I am playing this kind of cocky, but yeah, play your last pathetic card. There's really nothing you can do against this absolute wall. It's just, yeah. I got Cyrus, so, well, what are you gonna do, huh? Like, this guy could beat up your freaking dog. Yeah, I think he lost hope. I think this guy lost hope, because there's really nothing he could do. He's just hoping that I mess up and place, you know what? Here we go. Magnemite is out. Rayquaza, get over here. Yeah, GG. Yeah, look at that. Pretty nice. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to play this deck. 1, you can have Raikou, Magnezone out. 2, Oricorio. And your opponent can't do anything. Alright, next battle. Going second. Very nice. We are leading with Magnemite. So this might end up pretty bad. Ideally, I feel like you either want to have either Oricorio or Raikou out. I was about to say Suicune. But we are going second, so this is pretty good. We can get some decent chip damage onto this Poliwag. Alright, yeah, we might as well play it like this. So Might as well just feed this Magnemite, why not? Just doing some chip damage with type advantage, so he's gonna be at 4. It's gonna be at 20 health. This is pretty good. So yeah, very straightforward. Raikou, nowhere to be seen. He's got stage fright. This guy is yeah, I know we clown on him. I know we clown that he's the least popular legendary from the dog trio. But again, man, he's underrated. I root for the underdogs, and I believe in him. Come out. Raikou, I need you to come out of there, please. Oh, he messed up. He evolved into Poliwhirl, subbed in Mantike, but Mantike does jack shit. Because this guy only works against benched basic Pokemon. Yeah. So this Mantike is dead. He gave us a free point. I'll definitely take it. Hey, what's up? Raikou is out. At this point, I could just play like this. I can be so petty. I don't know if petty is the right word, but I can just instead. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. He saw what I was cooking. I could have placed down Raikou, but all you need is Oricorio. He was gonna play Poliwrath EX, and that guy does jack shit against Oricorio. So yeah, Oricorio just kind of taking the spotlight, but at the same time, it kind of shows how dominant he'll always be. All right, next battle. Interesting. We are going against another lightning deck. So this might be a mirror match. We shall see, but we are leading with Raikou. He's finally coming out, got over his stage fright, and he is here to rumble against this Pikachu. Okay, very straightforward. Just using Pichu's ability, probably feeding that Raikou, yeah. All right, not that good. Currently, he has a pretty good advantage. Yeah, we might as well just feed this Raikou. Next turn, in a couple turns, we can definitely get Magnezone out, but next turn, Magneton. All right, not that good. Yeah, he did attack with Raikou, so we are at a pretty bad advantage, but at the same time, I believe. Okay, so look at his board. He can now start feeding this Tapu Koko, but at the same time, just keep in mind this Pichu is now a liability. So I very much have to target this guy as well as that Pichu. Screw it. At this point, I might as well. I'm gonna Mars. There we go. Okay, so feed this guy. Next turn, we can just get Magnezone out, so that's pretty good. For now, we'll take Bolt, attacking this Pichu, doing some good damage on this Raikou. This is pretty good too, because keep in mind, next turn, even if he kills his Raikou, I could sub in Magnezone. Okay, yeah, so he does red. Raikou is dead, but guess what? Magnezone is out, and we're just purely relying on him. So he has to heal this Pichu, because I do have 2 Cyruses. Either that or red card me. If he doesn't do that, then I basically win. All right, Magnezone is out. Right now, I have 2 choices. I could either A, target this Raikou, or B, target this Pichu. Because I have 2 Cyruses. Keep in mind, I do have 2 Cyruses. So I can very much Pichu. He might sub in Tapu Koko next turn after that. Then I use Cyrus, but I feel like I'm overthinking this. I'm just going to do this. I feel like Raikou is a huge threat currently. So I'm just going to do that. Raichu is dead. Next turn, if he doesn't heal this Pichu, I basically win. Unless he also red cards me. All right, GG. Yeah, attacking with Tapu Koko. He can do 90 damage next turn, but it doesn't even matter because, as you can see, Cyrus, Pichu, and yeah, that kind of shows how dominant this deck is. This really, and yeah, that's the ideal playstyle for this deck, in my opinion. Just to kind of lead with Raikou. Once he dies, sub in Magnezone, and just sweep from there. And yeah, with that being said, to finish this video off, let's see how this deck performs in ranked. All right, here we are in rank. Going first, not that good. But he is running water, so if he's running Suicune, okay, we need an Oricorio. I think Oricorio will get some pretty good value, but at the same time, looking at this, he has a baby Pokemon. Yeah, he has a baby Pokemon. And Raikou is great with targeting that certain type of Pokemon. So yeah, play like this. And our turn, very awkward, but if we can get Elemental Switch, then this guy can attack next turn. All right, yeah, feeding Suicune. He can feed anyone, honestly. Okay, feeds the Suicune yet again. Okay, if I were him, he could have easily fed like either Suicune, this one, or Froakie. Could Mars? I feel like kind of want a Mars, even though he has 3 cards. Could mess him up. You don't really know. And look at that, we got Elemental Switch out, so this is very good. Right now, leading with Magnezone. Might as well put Oricorio down just in case. Look at that. I love this combo. Magneton, hands down the best stage 1. I feel like when it comes to like a middle evolution, Magneton is definitely the best. So for now, yeah, we might as well let's play like this. Why not? Yeah, so keep in mind, you kind of want to note how many Pokemon your Pokemon has. So right now, as you can see, Suicune is doing he's doing 80, I think. Yeah, he's doing 80. And of course, we get 1 card. Nice. This is very good. All we need now is pretty much a Magnezone. Oh gosh, he did summon Greninja, so this is not good. Especially if he has a Cyrus, but he has 2 cards. There's a chance he has a Cyrus, but it's very unlikely. Interesting, attacking Raikou. I thought he would target this Magneton, because he can't one-shot this guy. Okay. Hey, just like that, we got the man just out. All right, so this is pretty good. Yeah, so I evolved into Magnezone. Next turn, he can just attack. this is pretty good. So I basically won. I don't think there's really anything he could do. Might as well, it doesn't matter who I target at this point. Sure, Suicune. This is perfect because Suicune EX is this is a very top tier deck that I'm going up against. And as you can see, I'm just dominating. He really can't do anything because if he knocks out this Raikou, sub in Magnezone, and he has to get at least, he has to heal up to 130 or else I win. So that's very, very unlikely. GG. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, this is, you could kind of say that this deck kind of counters Suicune, especially with that type advantage. Because, yeah, I mean, doing that plus 20 is pretty huge. Because Raikou, his base damage isn't that great, so doing 80 is pretty nice. And again, our deck, looking at it, I mean, Magnezone, Lucario, hard counters Suicune. There's a lot of cards in this deck that give you the upper hand. And yeah, that's the Magnezone / Raikou EX deck showcase. Yeah, this deck has a lot of synergy. I feel like when it comes to lightning decks, you're gonna have a lot of fun running this. Granted, most of them are pretty weak. Raikou, yeah, 1 HP 130. But going against Suicune EX feels so satisfying because this guy kind of hard counters. A lot of potential, and as well that Raikou, Magneton, and Elemental Switch combo is pretty satisfying to pull off. And this guy, I can't just keep on praising this guy. This guy is just so good. You're getting so much value. He acts kind of like a baby Pokemon, but isn't a huge liability. This guy isn't as much of a liability as a baby, so this is pretty good. And again, Lucario, only 1 copy, but at the same time, there's a lot of potential. Always will have a huge potential unless your opponent, unless they add a card that basically negates ability effects. If they ever do that, this guy might be in trouble, but before then, he's still pretty good. Also, what is going on with the one in the bottom right? Is that guy throwing up? Like, what is that? Is that bird okay? And yeah, overall, I'd rate this deck solid S tier. Honestly, I'm just gonna say it. S tier, but it really depends on your matchup. I feel like if you're going against very bulky EXs, like especially Pokemon with 180 HP or even higher, yeah, I feel like you're definitely going to struggle. But currently the meta, in this meta, there's a lot of Pokemon that are around the 140 HP range. So I feel like in this meta, this guy does definitely pop off. And again, we didn't use Leaf, but Leaf is pretty good as well. Just in case your opponent does try to Sabrina, tries to mess you up, you can just use Leaf. And yeah, that was the deck showcase. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys found this video informative, as well as a little entertaining. I tried to be. I'm actually so hungry right now and I have to go do something. I have to go out in like 15 minutes and then eat eventually. But moral of the story, make sure to stay hydrated and also eat. And this guy is not that bad. This guy, I feel like, is heavily underrated. A lot of potential, especially paired again with Cyrus. But yeah, that's this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace.